Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakal, Kadash. Peace and blessing to the nation of Israel. This is Brother McQuarrie from the Living Waters Church, and I'm going to get right into it. So, I'm going to start right here. This is John chapter 8 and verse 3. And the scribes and the Pharisees brought unto him, talking about Yahushai, a woman taken in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst, they said unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery in the very act. Now Moses and the law commanded us that such should be stoned. But what sayest thou? They said, tempting him, that they might have accused him. But Yahushua stooped down with his finger and wrote on the ground as though he heard them not. Now you had these scribes and Pharisees right here that were talking about, according to the law of Moses, since she committed adultery, she should be put to death, right? But the whole thing is that none of us can keep the law, right? So when you want to see somebody else get condemned for something they've done, now that same finger you're pointing is going to be pointed on you now, because now you got to be brought to trial for the things that you've done, right? And it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter if you did them. No, it doesn't matter if you did them so-called in the truth or outside the truth. None of that matters, right? You're still going to have to pay for that. Yahushua, he paid for crimes that he did in his old life, right? Even though this particular life he committed no sin as Yahushua, but he still paid for sins that he's done in a past life. Let me see. Dang. I can't find what I was looking for, but I'm gonna keep going with this. So it says, verse 7, so when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself and said unto them, he that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her. So Yahushua said, you know what? Fine. Y'all want her to die? That's okay. But the first one that throws it can't have sin on him, right? It says, and again he stooped down and wrote on the ground, and they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one. Now that's good. All right. It said they were in their own mind, they knew they was wrong. Well, in their own mind, they knew that they've committed sin, so they knew they couldn't throw stones, right? So they walked away. But even that in itself right there is good, right? They say they were convicted, so they thought about it and they understand that, okay, we were wrong too, right? So it was a good thing they walked away. But you got guys today, right? They'll still throw that stone. They feel like, oh well, we've been doing good lately, so we're good. No, Yahweh Shemel Shai is not looking at you what you've done lately. In a sense, he's going to judge you based on everything, right? He's going to judge you based on everything. If you're not covered by the blood of Yahushua, right? If you're covered by Yahushua's blood, you automatically get out of jail free card at the end, right? But if you come to the table without Yahushua's blood, you got to deal with all the sin you've done in this life and every other life. You got to deal with every single one. All those charges are going to be brought up. And again, just knowing that we've committed sin, you should never be in a situation where you feel like you can throw somebody down, or you can cast somebody down, right? Or you're better than anybody. That's not even, first of all, that's not even of Yahushua. That's one. Let me see. I think it's Romans 15:13. Maybe 15:10. No. Maybe 10:15. Acts 15:10, it says, "Now therefore why tempt ye Yahweh to put a yoke upon the necks of the disciples, which neither our fathers nor we were able to bear," right? And this is going into some of the scribes and the Pharisees. They wanted the Gentiles, right? They wanted the Gentiles to get circumcised, keep the law to the T, right? Which we cannot do. That was the whole point of Yahushua coming, right? Yahushua came because we couldn't keep the law. If it was possible to keep the law to the T, there was no need for Yahushua. He came in vain, right? If we could have did it without him, there's no need for him to come, right? And in saying that, it's not matter of fact, I'm gonna get it because they asked that question. This is Romans 3. I'm going to start at verse 26. "To declare, I say, at this time his righteousness, that he might be just and the justifier of him which believeth in Yahushua." Where is boasting then? Is it excluded? By what law? By what law of works? Nay, but by the faith, by the law of faith. Therefore we concluded that a man is justified by faith without the deeds of the law. Is he that Yahweh? Is he the power of the Jews only? Is he not also of the Gentiles? Ye of the Gentiles also, seeing it is one power which shall justify the circumcision by faith, and the uncircumcision through faith. Do we then make void the law through faith? God forbid. We establish the law, right? And establish means to uphold, right? So we still make it known that these are the things that we do have to, these are the standards, right? But we're not under the law. Even though the law is the standard, we're not under the law, we're under grace. Okay, so when we mess up, and we will mess up, okay, every person is going to mess up, whether it's on purpose or an accident, right? Whatever you got going on, that's between you and the Father, right? But we're not under the law, we're under grace. So if we do mess up, whether it's on purpose or on accident, one, that's between the person and the Father, right? And we're not going to be destroyed for breaking the law, right? Now, we don't promote breaking the law. We promote trying to keep the law as best we can, okay? And I say it like that because 1 Judges 5:11 tells you flat out that the ones who are trying to keep the law and who are trying to and who are in the